What's going on, good people of YouTube? It is me, Chavez, back with another MLB player prop video for you. Today's Wednesday, July 5th, 2023. As always, I hope this video finds you all doing well and in good spirits. We're going to kick things off with a recap from yesterday. Going to dive into the Prizepicks board and the Underdog board. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if all that sounds good to you, then I encourage you to stick around, drop a like, sub up, click that notification icon to get notified of all upcoming content and videos from me and the channel. And without further delay, let's get into those plays from yesterday. All right, 2-1, excuse me. Woo, I wish we were 2-1 on the day. 1-2 on the day. Let's talk about it. Mickey Moniak saves it from being a very ugly day, goes over his total bases prop, but then we take the under Wade Miley strikeouts, he goes over. And then we take the over Gunnar Henderson's 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, and he goes under in 5 at-bats. The guy got 5 at-bats, he couldn't get it done. So Gunnar was shooting blanks yesterday, and he needs to reload because he had a terrible game, and it makes me sad that I picked him as one of my player props. So moving on to today, new day. We need a win in a big way on a bit of a cold streak, looking to warm things up. Let's head over to the Prizepicks dashboard where I have 2 plays pulled up that I want to talk about today. All right, here we are over on the Prizepicks dashboard, looking at Dean Kramer pitching outs and Brian Bello pitcher fantasy score. Let's start with Brian Bello's pitcher fantasy score. I like the over on this one. Let's head over to props.cash and talk about it. All right, so looking at this fantasy score, the one stat that's going to make it or break it is going to be the earned runs. I think we're pretty consistent with pitching outs and strikeouts for Brian Bello. So let's talk about it. Let's do some simple math. Today he's facing a Rangers team that's striking out middle of the road versus righties, 22.7% on the year. So not giving up a ton, but they're also not, they're also capable of missing, missing some pitches. How is this fantasy score going to, unfold for us? So let's start with strikeouts. Currently set to 4.5. I think he gets you 5 strikeouts. It's something he's done consistently over the last 10 games. Rarely goes over 5. You can see that in those 10 games, he's gone over 5 just one time, but he's gone over 4.5 in 7 of 8 of those games, I should say. Pitching outs have been on the increase these last 3 games. When you look at these numbers, just keep in mind you get 1 point per out. So 18, 21, 21 points right there. And these are actually his home games. I pulled up his home games. These aren't overall games. So these are just home performances for Brian Bello. So let's start right there. Let's say he goes out and gives you 6 innings, which is 18 outs. That's 18 points. Plus the 5 strikeouts, that's 15. 15 plus 18 is 33 points. As we transition over to the earned runs, you can see that he is projected to give you 3 earned runs, or give up 3 earned runs today. So 33 minus 9, you got 33 minus 3, that's 30. 30 minus 6, that's 24 right there. But he does get the quality start bonus on Prizepicks, which gives him 28 fantasy points. Now, there is a possibility that he gives you more than 6 innings pitched, that he gives you 6 1/3, which would be 19 points. Maybe he gives you 6 2/3, which is 20 points. So that would just cushion that, give you a bit more wiggle room. What's going to hurt is if he gives up more than 3 earned runs, because then he has to, then we have to take away 3 more points, and he does not get the quality start bonus on Prizepicks. So for the quality start bonus to happen, you have to have pitched at least 6 innings and given up a minimum, or given up a max of 3 earned runs. So anything over 3 takes that bonus away. So if he can keep the earned runs 3 or under, if he can give you 6 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts today at home, I think he goes over. I don't think it. He will go over. So that's what I'm counting on. Let's take the over 27.5 pitcher fantasy score for Brian Bello. All right, second prop on the board. Let's talk about Dean Kramer's pitching out, set to 17.5. I like the under on this one. Let's head over to props.cash and talk about it. Okay, so not a whole lot of math that we have to do here for this one. Is pretty straightforward. So looking at Dean Kramer's numbers, overall his last 10 starts, he's gone over this line in 5 out of those 10 games. Now on the road, He's gone over 3 out of those 8 games. This is something that you can factor in when looking at the pitching outs, is his earned runs projected. So projected -145 odds to go over this. So that's probably like closer to 4 earned runs if you ask me. So if he were to give up some production early in this game, it's possible that he does get pulled and we see a 15-16 out, 15-16 outs for him, which would be 5 innings, 5 1/3. He can go 5 2/3. If he gives you 6+ innings, this prop is done for. So personally, I'm counting on the Yankees getting to him a little bit, putting some runs on the board, and getting him out of there, and that'll be the end of that. So in order for him to go over this, he needs to pitch 6 innings or more. He's pitched 6 innings or more in 3 of his last away games, and he's pitched 6 innings or more in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of his last 10 games overall. So I like the odds here. I like the numbers here versus a Yankees team that is heating up. We saw them put 8 runs on the board yesterday. I think they continue that today, and I think they make it a little difficult for Dean Kramer to get out of that 5th inning. So that's my take on it. That's what I'm going to roll with. Under 17.5 pitching outs for Dean Kramer as prop number 2. Last prop on the board, let's talk about Bryan Reynolds over 6.5 fantasy points over on the Underdog site. Let's look at the fantasy score system over on Underdog as well. So keep in mind, you get more points for all your stats. You do get less for stolen bases, but you can see for walks, hit by pitch, that's a little bit more, and then you're getting 1 point more for your singles, triples, and doubles. So let's head over to props.cash and look at this together. All right, let's take a look at the last 5 away games for Bryan Reynolds. In those 5 games, he's giving you a total of 8 hits, runs, and RBIs. He's giving you 4 hits with 1 home run. No history for him versus Bobby Miller today. But let's take a look at what Bryan Reynolds has done versus right-handed pitching this season. 256 batting average, 198 ISO, 7 homers, 3 triples, 14 doubles, 29 singles, and 30 RBIs versus right-handed pitching. We can also take a look at what Miller has done versus right-handed batters. Being that Bryan Reynolds is a switch hitter, switch hitting batter, I assume he takes more of his swings today on the right side of the plate because Bobby Miller is giving up a little bit more production to right-handed batters. 262 batting average, 1 homer, 6 doubles, 14 singles, and 86 batters faced. So again, because Bobby Miller is giving up more to righties, I assume that we see Bryan Reynolds bat from that side of the plate. Again, let's take a look at that scoring system one more time. We can see again how this could break down for Bryan Reynolds today. A double and an RBI gets it done. A double and a run scored gets it done. Very, friendly system here on Underdog. Those are some ways that this can go on the over. So let's take the 6.5 fantasy points on the very friendly scoring system offered by Underdog as our 3rd and final play of the day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, quickly, DG Fantasy, new partner of the channel, offering a 7-day trial. They've increased it from 3 days to 7 days. Try it out for 7 days. If you like it, move forward with the weekly, monthly subscription. Use my affiliate link. You'll find it in the description of this video. Get $5 off all your plans over on DG Fantasy. Hey, after that week, if you don't like it, then you don't have to worry about it. You can be done with it. But 7-day trial, pretty good deal. You can find all that information in the description of this video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today's video. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you like on the board as well as your thoughts on these plays. As always, thank you so much for all your support and helping this channel get bigger every day. Best of luck to you all should you tail any of these plays. And until tomorrow's MLB player prop video, Chavez is out.